Welcome, everybody, to the Dreamweavers podcast. It's so great to have you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am welcoming back the beautiful song. The beautiful song. Hi, girlfriend.
Hi. Thanks for showing
Thank
up. Thanks for being here. Thanks
you
for
for being
listening.
here. You're the one
Oh, you're
who,
welcome.
yeah,
You're
yeah. Thank
welcome.
you for being here.
Happy to be here again.
Want to take a minute just to breathe?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let's do
People
that.
can just watch us with their eyes closed for a couple seconds here.
Watch us with their eyes closed. I like that. Hey, there you go, guys. Unless you're driving, please don't watch
Oh,
us with your eyes closed. But if you're
although that would be
not,
so fun. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't do that.
I'm not sure. But if you can, or however this looks for you and whatever you're doing in your world, if you can and are able to close your eyes because it is safe for you to do so, go right ahead. If not, then just take some deep breaths. Just come in to yourself and recenter for just a moment. Just take some belly deep breaths and just center and just be. And today it's just Song and I having a conversation about some ideas, some theories, some whatever you want to call them. We're just going to have a groovy, easy conversation. Deanna left today for Scotland.
Oh, oh,
And
wow.
so she's going to join us one day from over there. Not sure which day that's going to be. And I'm super excited for her to be over there. I forgot to send her a text now that I think about it, or now that I'm mentioning it, I guess.
She'll just watch this and be like, oh, they were thinking of me.
Yeah, I need to send her a
Yeah.
text. I'm going to because I know she flew out today. Um,
You should just do it.
anyway,
Do it right now while you're thinking about it. It won't take very long.
oh, I can do it when I get off of here. That's okay. I'll wait.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Have a
Thank you.
wonderful trip, Deanna.
Yeah, so and
Hmm.
guys, Song has some information. Her and I were having a conversation the other day, and I said, I really want to record a podcast episode about this because these are conversations that I just love, love, love diving into. And I don't have enough people out there to dive into these conversations with me. And then she went so far as to tell me some things about a copper rod. So,
Yes, copper, yeah.
so
Copper is
I
beautiful. And a lot of, I didn't mean to cut you off.
figure
Okay.
potatoes.
Copper is making a comeback. Like people are realizing that electroculture is the thing that we are missing from all of our lives. Sure, we have copper bracelets, but why do we have a copper bracelet? Well,
Mm.
because it draws in the energy. And that same energy is for the land. We can put it in our land, we can put it around our plants. If you have an old electrical cord, those electrical cords, you can just snip off the end, strip off the plastic, and reveal the copper that's in all electrical cords. There's a reason why it's made out of copper, because it's a conductor. So I have taken an electrical cord. Actually, my mom, I'm going to tell this funny little story. My mom, one deer? Oh, that's interesting. One day,
Your dear mom.
yeah, she had a whole bunch of electrical cords that were just brought to her, and she's like, I am going to take all the plastic off of it. And when you take all the plastic off of the electrical cords, there's a specific name for it. It's called stripping. You are
Oh, well.
stripping. And it happened to be in October when she was doing this. And so people were starting to talk about Halloween. Well, what are you going to be for Halloween? And she would smile, this huge smile, and she says, I'm going to keep being a stripper.
Oh, that's a good one. I love it.
It was
I
so
love it.
funny. Oh, it was so funny, so timely and perfect. Put a smile to everybody's face.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she stripped so much copper, gave me pieces of copper, You put one end of the copper, push it into the ground, and then it's probably about 4 feet long. You take the other part of it and you wrap it around your tree, your bush, your plant, whatever it is, and then you can leave a part sticking up. Or if you have a thinner piece of copper, you can take it after it's wrapped around your plant, you can put it back into the ground, or you can connect it around another plant. So, a long time ago, old houses used to be made with copper pipes. So, the
Hmm.
copper pipes in your house, the water always ran through the copper pipes. Now they changed it to plastic pipes.
Hmm.
I am so fortunate that we still have copper pipes in our house. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yes. Yes. We can't find fittings
Ah.
for some of them, so I've had to shut off my tub because we don't have a fitting because that fitting is it's a small fitting, and so anyway, I just don't use the tub. We have a shower instead in two baths. Go ahead.
So I want to go back. Number
Mm.
one, why would you put the copper around in the ground and around the
Mm.
plants? We understand
Oh,
that copper is conductive, but how does it actually help the plants in the ground?
it draws in the ether, like the AETHER. It draws in all of the energy that's in the air, the frequencies that's in the air. It's like an antenna saying, over here, bring all the beautiful energy and frequencies here. I
So does
watched
the
it.
same, I'm sorry, go
Mhm.
ahead.
No, I was just going to say I watched a video and then I was going to describe the video.
Mm. So does the same happen when you wear copper?
Hmm.
That's
That's why
how I
people are
feel.
wearing copper bracelets, copper anklets, things like that, copper rings, because it's drawing. And here's something that most people don't know. When you're wearing a metal and it turns green underneath and everybody takes it off, keep it on. Your body needs the mineral and the oxidation that's happening on your fingers or your wrists or wherever it's at. That means your body is absorbing the metal that you're wearing. So keep the metal on until it stops turning green. Your
Hmm.
wrist or your finger, it'll eventually
I think
not
that
be
only
green
applies to like
anymore.
good true metals, like because I know copper does that. I've had a copper ring turn on me a couple of times and
Well,
I just
copper
left it on
itself
and it goes
turns
away.
green.
But like, what is that cheap jewelry?
Cheap jewelry is
That's different.
plated,
That's
but
different.
that just means it's plated. So you still have the metal on that cheap jewelry, just the outside is the metal. And that's the outside that your body, the outside of, say, the ring, still has gold in it. And if your body is turning green from it, that means your body needs the gold. So put on a real gold ring so that
Right.
you can absorb the proper gold instead of whatever else is in the cheap jewelry.
Yeah.
So there have been experiments where somebody, like they'll dig a hole in the ground, only like a foot, about this is about a foot, 12 inches. They dig it down about, let's see, 4 or 5 inches. So it looks like a bowl. And then they'll put a piece of the copper pipe, not the rods or the skinny stuff, but it's a pipe that you would find in the old homes. So you put that into the ground. That pipe's probably 4 feet long, which will be 48 inches. I don't know if you're I don't know what measurements you use.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So
Feet and inches.
you put it into the ground about a foot, and then it will actually attract a lot of energy from the air, and it will start to rain above where it's at.
How so? Tell me more.
It just attracts all of the energy in the air. I don't know how it does it. Maybe you're supposed to put water. I'd have to watch the video again, but maybe you're supposed to put water in the bowl of it, when you push the copper, because it's in the earth. So you dig that little
Hmm.
bit of a hole, put the copper
Mm-hmm.
in it. I don't know. That's as much as I remember right now for that.
Hmm. That's interesting. Well, I remember
Hmm.
the other day that you and I were talking about the copper pipes in the houses and how You were talking about how they took him out because it's, you know, goodness gracious, God
Oh,
forbid you have healthiness in your house,
yeah.
or your house comes with healthiness. But it was also, I think, you know, kind of that layering effect at the same time that they realized that is when they also started putting, you know, about that same time frame is when the chemicals started being added to the water to
Oh,
take this
yeah.
out. They were adding fluoride. They were putting all the chlorine to basically bleach the water to take everything out. And then supposedly that's when they were putting the fluoride and so many things back into the water. And I don't know. I had a copper pot, a teapot, a copper teapot that I would leave water in for a while. And
Mhm.
certain areas that because I was in my RV at the time, and certain areas where I had where I put water in, oof, whatever came out of that water was pretty gnarly.
Oh.
Because you'd see it at the bottom of the copper pot, and I'd have to like really wash the pot out, you know, to get it back
Do you-
to good again.
I have pennies
But
beside my
that's
sink.
oh, that's a good idea.
So the pennies are to clean out jars that I can't get my hands into or a cleaning thing
Hmm.
into. I'll put the pennies in it and then swish it around with some vinegar and some salt, and
Yeah.
then that'll clean it out. I wanted to go back to when you were saying that they changed out the pipes in the house. I am willing to bet that the fluoride and the chlorine that is added to the water would corrode the copper pipes faster. And so they needed to change it to plastic so
Hmm.
that it wasn't recognizable anymore.
That's what I was talking about is that's what they did was that it started messing with the copper pipes and that was just all the chemicals in the water that they were putting.
Yeah.
It wasn't the water damaging the copper pipes. It was the crapola that they were putting in there, you know.
Mm.
And that was the challenge. And then in come PVC, you know. Yeah. So,
So in
and some of us
two,
still have a copper pot and a water filtration and a shower head filter and you know, because some of us know about water and how it needs a lot of help.
so in 2022, I learned that the sewage is recycled and put back into people's drinking water.
Hmm.
They go through filters, like natural filters, and then at every stage of the filtration process, it is tested. So all the drugs that people are urinating out are still in the water when they have recycled it. They don't have a way to remove the particles of the drugs. So a lot of the water that is tested now is high in estrogen because of women taking the birth control pill.
I know that there's a lot of drugs in the water, period, because
And then what do people do with the
I was
extra
gonna say
drugs?
they flush so many drugs, like I mean, you can talk from quote unquote recreational to prescription, it doesn't matter. So many things go into our sewage that just like so much stuff goes into our body and then we excrete half of it. You know, it's just
Mm-hmm.
and so France, speaking of, as you were just telling me a
Oh,
beautiful story about France, I don't know if you know this, but they have the cleanest, purest water that is 100% naturally filtered. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I don't know. Um,
but where does the
it
water
kind of
come
felt
from?
like kind of felt like a spider web that just kind of hit my nose. But anyway, I apologize. Yeah, it's all their sewage water. It's all their sewage. It's every water has been, and it comes in, and they have this amazing reverse osmosis filtration
Oh,
system that does all the things. And
wow.
so their water, even their fountain drinking water, is amazing. Their toilet water is fabulous. You're showering in this water. And they even have like sparkling in Paris, they have these sparkling water fountains
Oh, the
and
place that
it's just phenom. It's so cool what they've done with their water and how. pure it is naturally. They've done all the things, they've figured it out. And don't ask me what all the things are. That's a little too sciencey out of my head that I don't get into, but I
When
know that my water filtration system that I use is one of those high-end, 12 layer things that does a lot of that. So I know if they can create that for a bottle or
mm,
something, they've just figured out how to take that and do it on a mass scale
massive
so that,
scale.
mm-hmm. And let me tell you, there ain't crap in their water.
So
It's damn good water. It's a whole
the
nother ball game.
the water that I had when I was there was pretty good. The issue that they have where I was staying is that there's too much calcium in the water.
Mm,
So it leaves a white residue on the shower door, and if you don't clean out the sink, then it'll leave a white residue. A lot of their sinks and things like that are not metal. They are granite.
mm,
Yeah. I thought
mm,
that was interesting because I was going to show them that, oh, you just, after you cut an onion, you have all the onion smell on your hand, you just rub it on your, and I looked at them and I went, hey, you don't have a stainless steel sink. And they said, no, because the calcium does something to the stainless steel. So we have granite. And I was like, huh, interesting. And then I started noticing, even in the airports and stuff like that, nothing was stainless steel. But maybe stainless steel is hard to get in France. Who knows?
I don't know.
Don't
I
know.
don't know. I haven't
But
spent
it's just
enough
something
time there
interesting that I
to,
noticed. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't spent enough time there to learn. I don't know. So yeah,
Not yet. You want to go
yeah.
there one
Well,
day?
that's what I was thinking. It's like, oh, okay, well, now I have more questions when I go. Absolutely.
France is
Oh,
as big as the province that I live in.
oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
Because I was
huge.
thinking, why don't we just drive to South France? When my man and I were there, I was like, let's just drive to South France. So I asked the people that I was staying with, like, how long would it take for us to drive to the south of France? And they're like, oh, 9 hours if you just drive. I was like, oh, that's about how long it takes for us to drive through Alberta from the
Mm.
border to the south border. Okay. What about going east and west? Same time frame. So it's like, okay, that gives me perspective as to how big France is
It's big.
and also how small France is compared to Canada.
Oh, well, yes. Well, there's a lot of European countries that are so small. Yeah,
Hmm.
I love that. Um, so I was gonna go back to the weather thing
Hmm.
because I really want to talk. We were talking one day about, pardon me, where I'm staying and the airplanes flying overhead, leaving the trails, and how some people just they don't see it, or they believe it's something else. Their mind is not expanded enough to see it. So when you see those trails, what do you think they are?
Well, we know that governments have contracts to spray the sky with cloud seeding, is what it's called. Cloud seeding, and they have contracts for chemicals to be sprayed in the sky.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, if you Google cloud seeding, you don't find anything about it anymore. I'm just letting you know.
I'm gonna have to do that because I don't
I did
think,
it honestly not too long ago,
wow,
and there's a very, 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 very little information out there about cloud seeding now.
huh. Well, it's still happening.
Oh, well, I know that.
Yeah,
Trust me when I tell you it's still happening. Um, the more the more buzzword is geoengineering.
that's what it was called originally,
Yeah, they've gone back to that.
and they went back to it. Hmm.
And I think that's probably HARP. I think a lot of people don't know about HARP, HAARP, and have a full comprehension of what they do. And even if you Google it, you won't find all the information. You kind of got to go down a rabbit hole to get into what HARP really does.
I must be on the right channels on Telegram, the Telegram app, because
Well,
I have that
Telegram's a whole nother.
information. I have that information a lot through the Telegram app and the different
Uh-huh,
channels on
because
there.
it's not Google.
Yeah. Right.
Guys, you got to know your search engines. I use Brave. That's
Yeah,
the search engine.
I have Brave as well so that I don't have pop-up ads all the time and so that it's
Hmm.
not tracking everything.
It doesn't track, and you get, well, and I find that with Brave, I can get to my pardon me again, to my rabbit holes.
Mm.
Um, excuse me, pardon me. I just find that I can get links to things that will take me down the rabbit holes that are
Oh.
more, all the facts are laid out. They're not biased. They're just factual. And
I've been
sometimes with Google searches, I have a hard time finding just the facts. I find a lot of bias.
mm, I've been using Brave for probably a year now, and I I don't know what it's like to not have all of that extra information anymore until
Right.
I went on my phone, and I have Brave on my phone as well. And I had to go to a certain place in my phone, and it was outside of Brave. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Why am I seeing 20 different pop-up ads as I scroll a short distance? And then I realized, oh, I clicked on a link that took me outside of Brave, and that's what was going on. So I was like, oh
Hmm.
crap. Okay, go back, copy the link, open that link in Brave app, and then I was able to see everything properly. But what a mess of stuff that they put on those channels.
Hmm.
Websites, not channels. What a mess of things that people need to see.
Have you seen the documentary called Climate Trails?
No.
There is a documentary out. I discovered it on Amazon, and it's called Climate Trails. And it came out, I think, in 2025.
Hmm.
And that one opened your eyes and has a whole lot of
Well, I've seen the
information in it.
patents
Hmm.
for the chemicals that are in the sky. Like they're US patents that were invented in 1960s. Like they've been doing that a long time.
They have. And actually, I heard a new one not too long ago that some of this old or some of this stuff that they're, as a plane flies overhead now. So being in
Just
Arizona, we have monsoon season, right?
okay.
I have been in Sedona during monsoon season. I lived here for a few years, and so I've seen a real monsoon season because there wasn't one, or not a good one, before I got here. And the first year I got here, holy moly, there was the most spectacular monsoon season. And it looks exactly what National Geographic says it looks like, or whatever nature show you watch, where the whole sky goes dark and everything just, and the rains just come. Like all of a
Oh,
sudden, life goes dark, it gets really still, and the skies just start pouring. It
that
is
sounds beautiful.
so, oh my gosh, it is. It's amazing. It's spectacular. It is electrifying, literally, because there's something about when those skies do that, especially here in Sedona, because it has different, the red rock has so many different minerals in it. So you have all this just energy happening, and it's hot, and then it gets cool, and then it dumps. So you have the sizzle, and
Mm.
I mean, it just creates such a, anyway, it's magical in my opinion. My point to this is where I'm staying. I've been watching these, and I'm just outside of Sedona. I'm only about 20 miles because it takes me about 25, 30 minutes to get into Sedona. Um, where I'm staying, I see the lines all the time because there's an airport over here, and there are those little planes that, with everything that I talk about, all the chemical jets. My point to this is now that monsoon season is coming in, shit ain't looking right, dude. You see this dark cloud like hanging out, you'll have like one or two patches of dark clouds and then blue sky over here and a white fluffy clouds above your head. And then it's pouring just in like this little sliver, like
A
right
column.
there. Uh-huh. And then it's like right, all you do is turn around and it's like bright blue skies. And
That's
then
so
over
pretty.
here to your right, it'll be like weird gray. overcast, weird gray. And then I don't know, it's just it's like it honestly looks like AI generated, not real stuff. It's not the norm is what I'm saying. And I
So,
don't know if people are recognizing it. I don't know.
do you remember nothing matters unless you put matter into it?
Hmm.
So, when I look at those things, I think that they are so beautiful. And I also shift it in my mind to that's what it looks like as an outsider who is observing somebody having a column of darkness. And then in my mind, I shift it to a column of light. So even though I see just that little cloud over there pouring down rain,
Hmm.
change it in my mind. And I have done an experiment many years ago, probably 22, maybe 24 years ago. It doesn't matter. It was a long time ago, where at the time my husband and I we went out to sit on a golf course and watch this beautiful storm rolling in. We went out there, we enjoyed the smell. We
Hmm.
checked the weather channel. We were like, yes, it's rolling in. It should roll in right over top of us. We had our umbrellas, we had a camera. We were going to take photos of this because it was coming straight towards us. We set up and we started watching, and we were just sending so much love to it at how beautiful it looked. It did not come to us. It switched directions. So, knowing that,
Hmm.
I have played with clouds often
Hmm.
and changed their directions by just sending them a huge amount of love and gratitude for it being there because it provides shade from the hot sun and whatever else I need to say at the time. Sometimes it could be
I've
just, wow, an incredible shape, you know?
hmm
And it moves, it shifts.
It does. I've played with moving clouds. I have asked the moon to get brighter. I've asked clouds to create a window so I could see the moon. I've done things
Yes,
like
I've
that.
done that too.
Um, I've
There,
done I've started playing with I started with candle flames. Excuse me. I started with candle flames and making candle flames grow bigger and
mm,
smaller and wider and just playing and seeing if I could make them wave. I started playing with those. And then I went from that to I'm sure you've seen the little pieces of aluminum foil where people are moving them with their hands.
nope, I did not
And
see that
so,
before.
yeah, so I
That's kind of
started
neat.
playing with that. Take little pieces, just take like a strip and just fold it once or twice so that way it's still light, like a candle
Mm,
flame, it's still light. And then the
okay.
more energy, the better you get, the heavier you can do. And so I've moved up to like a sheet of like you take a sheet of paper and ball it up because you're going to throw it away. I've moved up to a ball of sheet of paper. So, and I'm working on stirring water.
Oh,
Just
neat.
just working on that, seeing what I can do.
Do you
Just
stir the water clockwise or counterclockwise?
of course clockwise.
Sometimes you
I
have to do it
haven't tried I
counterclockwise.
haven't tried counter. I've just been like, I guess because in my head, clockwise is in harmony, right? I haven't tried counterclockwise.
So doing things counterclockwise intentionally is a release. So you have to
Ah,
I always think release the negative energy before I fill it in with positive energy.
oh, okay. That's a good way to
And if
think
you
of it.
forget, it doesn't matter. You'll just do it another time.
Yeah,
There's
that's a
nothing
good.
set in stone, and you're not going to get a lightning bolt coming down and striking you down because you didn't do it. It's
So in that same thread, I haven't figured out like you're saying if you don't give it matter, it doesn't matter. But I mean, I just look at the stuff in the sky, look, and I haven't decided like I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. Oh, and that's what I was gonna say is I
why do
also
you
heard
need to?
some, well, because here's the thing. I know that shit is not healthy to breathe and it's not healthy to be.
But don't
It's
you have your
not.
own protective bubble around you?
Well, that's what I'm thinking is like, yes, I just, I don't know. I think about the earth. I think about the planet or the plants. I think about, these poor, I'm out here in
Put
Arizona
your
where
own
it's,
oxygen mask on first.
well, I am. I'm just saying. And then I think about all these other, I'm thinking about the land. I'm thinking about the plants, these squash bushes that are growing on the trail that I hike out there, like they don't need that stuff because then the animals are going to ingest it. I don't know. I just be thinking like, should I? I don't know. I don't know. And then I was going to say, I also heard somewhere, I started to say this earlier because you were talking about the patents, right? And
Mm.
those patents have been there for so long. And you and I and others like-minded like us, we know this. However, I've also heard recently that those are also like old, not just the chemicals that they created, that it's all the stuff that they don't know what to do with anymore. They're literally just like all these pharmaceutical companies with all the runoff, all the they don't know
They
what to
don't
do with,
have a
so
recycle program.
they're now loading it into that.
Do you ever wonder who the pilots are?
Who are willing to do that.
Yeah.
I, that's interesting you say that because that's what that documentary covers.
Mm. Does it
Is
indicate that the pilots don't really know that they are doing it and that it is
they
on
know, but the
all
amount
commercial
of
flights? And that's why we are very restricted with the amount of luggage that we can carry because they have to calculate the weight for the chemicals that's being released, the weight of the fuel that is in there, and the weight of all the luggage and the passengers.
remember you used to be able to take a lot more luggage?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
And so yes, and yeah, a lot of times like the private ones that I talk about right here where I'm staying, it's about the money because they make good money. And where else can they make, that kind of money with what they do? Like it's an easy gig and and
Yeah.
so
Easy gig.
yeah, it's just an easy gig and yeah. So anyway, I don't know. It's just there's a lot of
I don't
stuff up there that I don't know that people
I
are
don't
aware
think
of,
that
and that's
they
why I want to have a conversation about it and bring more awareness.
I want to believe that the pilots don't know that that's what they're releasing. Like I want to believe that because like they would be spraying it on people that they know.
hmm
So I just can't see them.
Well, and you
Uh,
also know probably because speaking of cloud seeding, when I first went down the rabbit hole of understanding what it was and came across cloud seeding, I was like, oh, well, that's not so bad. Like, why is that
mm,
a bad thing? Although it's a band-aid for the climate change or global warming, whatever you want to call it, because I do believe that that exists or is a real thing. Um, you know, that's what they said it was created for. So in the beginning, I was like, oh, well, that's not a bad idea until you realize, wait a minute, hold the phone. Wait, let me think about this for a second. You're artificially making it rain. How the hell are you doing that? And then you realize,
and why don't they do that where it needs the rain?
well, supposedly they are, but what do I know? So yeah, and I just think Mother Earth has a whole nother ball game, and she's, oh man, if you listen to all the stuff that's going on out there right now, man, we're in for a fun ride over the next couple of little bit of time.
So the Earth is on its proper cycle of rejuvenating,
hmm
recirculating, revamping herself.
She's
Every
healing.
26,000 years, there is a wobble, and it is a known wobble that happens every 26,000 years. And there's a slight, I wish I was more prepared for this. There is also a slight, maybe I have it backwards. There's a slight wobble every 11,400, 11,000 something years. And then every 26,000 years, there is a pole shift. So it's not that the whole earth turns upside down, it's that the poles turn and then go back. And the North Pole right now is not in the same spot that it was in 15 years ago. It is very far from where it was 15 years ago. And that is why the Earth is warming up. I don't think that it has a lot to do with humans on the Earth. We are a very minuscule, we are like an ant to the entire world. Cloud seeding is irritating because putting artificial, it's putting stuff where it doesn't belong. It's like, I, it's frustrating. I don't know. I don't have the proper words to describe it right now.
It's
Whoever's
just not.
watching, they're going to be like, "Oh, you need these words."
As I say, it's just not right. It's just not right. In a lot of different ways,
Well, it's
it's just
playing
not
God,
okay,
really.
and
It's
it's
playing
not
God,
right.
and who the heck are they to decide that they were God to begin with? Like
Isn't that what doctors do?
controlling controlling the weather. Doctors, they give you information that they've learned, just like people will give you information that they've learned. Doctors, some reason, we have put so much weight on a doctor's opinion. Yeah, roll your eyes. I agree. There are some people out there who have way more
Oh,
information and they don't have a doctor title and they have cures for things more than the medical doctors
preach
do.
on, sister.
But not to nullify doctors. I'll go to a doctor to get a diagnosis and then they'll give me a prescription for pills and I'll look at it and then I'll go to my handbook that they have also and I will look up all of the side effects and the reasons why the doctor wanted me to take it. And I'll be like, I think I can find something that's growing outside in my yard and make it work better than what this medication is doing.
I think doctors are amazing at trauma.
Oh, I agree.
If I break my arm, I'm going to a doctor. If
Yes,
my guts are hanging out, I'm going to a doctor.
they have a place. Yes.
They are amazing at trauma.
I'll tell you a story.
And I think that that's what they're really good at. Sometimes I want to believe they are decent at diagnosing. Sometimes I struggle with that because personal experiences with myself or with my own loved ones, you know, mm, mm, their diagnosis is not quite.
Well, they're like humans, any other human.
They're fallible, of course.
They only know what they know until
Right.
they know something different.
Right.
So my story about a doctor and trauma has to do with me getting into a crash in 1994. I had my face totally
Hmm.
ripped up by a glass. So I've had over 200 stitches on my
I remember.
face to repair it. And now it is it is hardly noticeable. I have my hair over it, but this whole area of my face was little tiny, like the surgeon's description of it were tiny flaps that look like hamburger. And he had to, and he wrote, painstakingly stitch it back together. And I was like, whoa. And it took a long time. It took 4 hours to put my face back together. And I'm very grateful. And you know what helped heal it?
Yeah.
Silver,
Mm,
colloidal silver.
I believe that.
Amazing stuff. And also pulling on it to get the elasticity back in so it didn't
Mm,
seize to my cheekbone and
it didn't have so
my other
much
bones. Yeah,
scar tissue.
yeah, it allowed the scar tissue to be malleable again instead of a scar. So
Very cool.
yes, doctors are fantastic with trauma. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's kind of where for me, it's, and like I said, and I think they do the best they can with diagnoses. I just, it still leaves a lot. There's still a lot to be interpreted in that, or but it's like you said, it's just what do you know when you know it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, girl, I want to thank you so much for this amazing conversation. I'm not going to keep us much longer because I know you got all the things, but I just want to thank you so much for having this conversation and being here with me today. Thank you.
you're
Such
welcome,
a
Ronnie.
delight to have you back. We're going to see more of you,
One
right?
one more thing,
We're going to see more
Ronnie.
of you, right?
You and I are doing a thing on
Oh,
Tuesdays.
yes, please tell people.
So Ronnie and I are getting together on Tuesdays, 3 o'clock my time, 2 o'clock her time. Even though we're in the same time zone, there's an hour's difference. I'm on daylight savings time, and I will always be on daylight savings time now. Did you know that we stopped having daylight savings time? We're not switching in the
Oh, you're
fall
not
now.
changing anymore?
Nope, not
Look
changing
at
anymore.
you.
So we're on Mountain Daylight Time. So 3 o'clock Tuesdays, we're calling it SoulSync Tuesdays. We're getting together, and whoever wants to come online, they will be able to join us online. And if you have an issue, you just let us know, and we're going to focus on it for that time, for that 1 hour window that we have on Tuesdays, and we may expand it to other days. We're going to focus, go inside, do some stuff, whatever that person needs, whatever we're called to do, that's the healing that's going to be done. So I'm
And if not,
excited
it's just a
about that.
beautiful meditation. It's just a reason to come back to center.
Yeah, time
Yeah.
spent together. Focus, focused intention, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hmm.
just coming back to center. So yeah, thank you
Every
for that
Tuesday.
reminder.
Hmm.
Every Tuesday, if you're in Arizona time, it's 2 to 3. If you're in Mountain Standard, it's 3 to 4. If you're in Eastern, it's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 to 6 for you if you're in Eastern Standard Time. So right when you get off work at 5 o'clock. Well, for some people anyway. So yeah. And then I think Central Time would be what, 4 o'clock. So yeah. Then California would be 1.
Pacific would be one. Look at us knowing all the time zones,
Look, I pretend I know
except across the
something.
world. Like, what time will
Uh,
it be in Scotland? We should know that, just
I
so we
don't
can
know
help Tiana.
Scotland. I know Spain and I know the UK.
Okay. For Paris, it'll be like 10 o'clock at night. London will be about 9 o'clock at night. Hmm.
Yeah.
Lots of different time zones.
Yeah. So, but we
Join
are
us.
here and Song and I are doing this. We've been doing it for a couple of weeks, but yes, thank you for finally making the official announcement, especially on here. And I will put a link in the
Oh, yeah.
show notes. Of
That's a great
course.
idea.
I'll put a link to
Make
both
easy access.
that documentary that we were
Oh.
talking about. What I say, Climate Trails is the name of that movie.
Hmm.
And I'll also put a link to our Soul Sync
I'll see if I can
Tuesdays.
find a link for Electroculture as well.
Okay.
And then I'll send that to you so you can add it to the show notes
Absolutely. That'd be
because
great.
that is awesome as well.
All right. And everybody wish Deanna great, safe travels and having an amazing time over there in Scotland. Speaking of, thank you so much for being here again. We love you so much. And as Deanna says, stay blessed and stay blessed. Mwah. Have a great rest of your day, guys.
Very nice. Bye.
Bye bye.